Hello everyone, this is Ben, and I am one of the creators of the Virus game, a new game that has just come out. You can play this with 2 to 6 players. It's pretty much like a love letter kind of game. You draw a card, play a card, but it's got a lot of different things and more components than love letter. So if you want sort of an expanded game, and it's real easy to pick up and play, and it's got a lot of repeatability, and we'll explain why in a little bit. So yeah, this is the Virus game. It's got some cool. The box actually might not come with the actual game because the box is a prototype. So let's check out the components inside. So you got this nice little instruction manual that teaches you how to play. You've got objectives. It's pretty small, but you should be able to read it. There's different starting decks. So I'll explain the starting decks thing. There's different tips throughout this. It's really pretty in depth, and there's some special interactions. So nice little instruction manual you get there. You're going to get a bag of these are called virus points that you'll accumulate throughout the game. They're like little plastic. There should be 15 of them in the base game. And you also get a stack of cards. Look at this. Here's the stack of the Virus game. These are the base game cards, what they're called. There's actually 4 types of them. There's special, which is only one. There's person cards. There's tons of these. There's like 126. Person cards. You've got, what else you've got? You've got trap cards. And then finally we got item cards. And so the Virus game has 3 different kinds of cards. And then what else comes in here? These are the special cards that are not actually part of the base game. They are sort of like add-on cards. You've got character cards, symptom cards, and cure cards. So character cards, everyone's going to be dealt 2 at the beginning of the game. And you get to choose one of the 2 to play with, and it gives you a special ability the whole game. You've got some cool ones, like here's Ryan the Monkey, here's Horse. You've got the Princess, Tech Man, Paul the Protester. We got lots of different characters to play as. I think there's about 20 in total to play as. And then symptom cards. These are bad cards, obviously, because you don't want symptoms. If you win a round, you'll get 1 survival point, and then you'll also get a symptom, though, which will sort of nerf you for the next round. And then cures are cards that help people out. If you have the least amount of survival points at the start of a round, you're going to get a cure card, which is going to help you out. Like Wealth says, if you just draw the 8 or the 9, you reveal it and you instantly win the game. So good stuff like that. That's what these cure cards are here to do. And so how do you play the game, you ask? There's so many cards in this base game set. You could just shuffle them all together, I guess, and play, but really I don't think that would be the most fun you could have out of this. So what we've done for you in the instruction book is we've created different types of combinations of cards. So you can see here's the starter deck, which is a good one to start with. It tells you all the different cards and how much of each of them you should put in your deck. And so you build decks of 30 cards with the 120 something cards that come with the game. And you're building decks of 30 cards that we've already built that work very well together. We've got the high IQ deck. These are all cards that are based around making very smart and strategic plays. So that's a fun one. The trash deck is a lot of discarding interactions, if you're into that. We've also got the party deck, which is pretty fun to play like at a party. It's just a bunch of we put all like the random effects in there. And we've also got the pandemic deck. If you want a really quick game, this is going to kill you very fast. We've also got the surprise deck, so it's got a lot of traps. And so really how the game works is you're going to pick one of those decks, or you can build your own. There's actually instructions sort of how to build your own deck and experiment. You want around 8 to 10 people, 8 to 10 traps, and 8 to 10 item cards, and then you're going to just build a 30-card deck out of these cards. And so how the game really works is there'll be 30 cards face down, and then we'll shuffle them up, deal each player 1 card. We'll just do a little demo here. We'll just take this stack. So we'll shuffle it up, we'll deal everyone 1 card, and 1 card will actually get removed from the game. Certain character cards can actually interact with that card that's removed from the game, but that'll just be removed, really for card counting purposes. So on your turn, you're going to you have a card in hand, you're going to draw a card, and then you're going to play a card. And it's pretty self-explanatory there. So you just draw a card, play a card. There's some cards that will give people virus points, which are these things, and once you get 3 virus points, you're eliminated from the round. And so once you are eliminated from the round, it's really last one standing will get that big survival point, or if all the cards are out of the deck, let's say all these are discarded, whoever has the highest card left in their hand will end up winning that round. And so the different cards play a little bit differently. You've got the item cards, which you can play at any time, even on other people's turns, which is a really cool aspect of the game. You can just respond to things. For those of you who played Magic the Gathering, it's kind of like an instant. And then you've got trap cards, which are probably my favorite card, because these trap cards, you play them, they all say when triggered at the beginning. So what you do with the trap card is if you play a trap card, you're playing it face down, and then if someone targets you with an effect, your top trap on your trap pile will trigger, and then something bad will either happen to them, or sometimes traps are bad for you, but you're forced to play them, sort of like there's the self-inflicted virus trap that when it's triggered, you are actually going to get a virus point. Which is bad, but it says you must play this card if it's in your hand. So things like that. So traps are really cool because they make cool interactions that you don't know whether you should attack someone or not because their trap could be bad. So yeah, it's really cool. You winning the game, you get a certain number of survival points based on the number of players. See, that'll focus. So really 5, 4, or 3 survival points wins the game. It's just a really fun game. We've played it a lot, play tested it a lot, improved it a lot. All the characters are really quite fun to play with and pretty balanced. So yeah, hope you check out the Virus game. It'll be selling for, I believe it's like $23 or something like that. Pretty good deal. So yeah, hope you check out a copy, and I can't wait to see what you'll build. That's been Ben from the Virus game.